Welcome to Brain Booster. Have you ever wondered how a remote island thousands of miles away from any significant landmass came to host nearly 900 massive stone statues? Welcome to the enigma of Easter Island, a place that seems to defy logic and geography. Situated in the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, Easter Island, also known as Rapa Nui, is one of the most remote communities in the world. Its closest inhabited neighbor, Pitcairn, is a staggering 2,000 kilometers to the west. The nearest continental land is Chile, a mind-boggling 3,700 kilometers away. The island teems with an incredible legacy of the Rapa Nui culture, so much so that approximately 40% of it is covered by the Rapa Nui National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1995. This cultural treasure trove boasts more than just the iconic stone statues known as moai. It is also home to over 300 ceremonial platforms and thousands of structures related to agriculture, funeral rites, housing, and various other activities. But it's the moai that capture the world's attention. These colossal stone figures, almost 900 in total, dot the landscape of Easter Island. They were transported across the island, a distance of up to 18 kilometers, without the use of wheels, cranes, or large animals. The methods used to move these massive statues, some of which weigh up to 86 tons, remain a topic of ongoing debate and fascination. The original inhabitants called the island Rapa Nui, meaning Great Rapa, or Te Pito Te Henua, meaning Navel of the World. However, its more commonly known name, Easter Island, was given by Dutch Admiral Jacob Roggeveen, who was the first recorded European visitor to the island, landing on Easter Sunday in the year 1722. This brings us to the question, how did these massive stone figures end up on one of the world's most remote islands? Before we delve into the mystery of the moai, let's understand who these stone giants are and where they came from. Moai are monolithic statues carved by the Rapa Nui people on Easter Island, an isolated speck of land in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. These structures, often incorrectly referred to as Easter Island heads, are in fact full-bodied statues, many of which were buried up to their shoulders over time. The moai were not just simple statues, they were an integral part of the Rapa Nui culture. Each statue represented the deceased ancestors of the Rapa Nui people, believed to project a protective force over their descendants. The moai were placed on ceremonial platforms called ahu, facing inland to watch over the community. It's estimated that around 900 moai were created, varying in size and weight, with the tallest erected moai, known as Paro, standing almost 33 feet high and weighing a staggering 82 tons. Now let's travel back in time to when the island was first discovered by Europeans. The island's original name was Rapa Nui, meaning Great Rapa, or Te Pito Te Henua, translating to Navel of the World. The name Easter Island was given by Dutch Admiral Jacob Roggeveen, who was the first recorded European visitor to the island. He landed on Easter Sunday on the 5th of April, 1722, hence the name Easter Island. It's fascinating to think that these monolithic statues were carved and erected by a civilization that lived in one of the most remote places on Earth. The island's isolation, combined with the sheer number and size of the moai, has led to many questions. How did the Rapa Nui people, with no advanced tools or technology, create these statues? And more importantly, how did they transport these massive structures across the island? The origin of these statues is as fascinating as the island itself, but the real mystery lies in their transportation. As we move forward, we'll delve into these questions, exploring the theories and evidence surrounding the transportation of the moai. Imagine moving an 82-ton statue across 18 kilometers without the use of wheels, cranes, or large animals? Sounds impossible, right? But this is exactly the feat accomplished by the inhabitants of Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, as they transported the giant stone figures known as moai across the rugged terrain of this remote island. Over the years, scientists have puzzled over how the islanders achieved such a remarkable engineering feat. They've tested a plethora of theories, some suggesting the use of log rollers, others proposing the use of ropes and wooden sledges. The mystery deepens when we consider that the islanders had to navigate not only flat terrain, but also steep hills and numerous obstacles. In 2011, two researchers, Terry Hunt of the University of Hawaii and Carl Lipo of California State University, Long Beach, decided to put these theories to the test. In collaboration with National Geographic, they conducted an experiment using a replica of a moai. Their aim was to determine whether a small group of people could indeed transport such a massive statue using only primitive technology. Their findings were astonishing. They discovered that a mere 18 individuals, armed with just 3 strong ropes and some practice, were able to move a 5-ton moai replica a few hundred meters. This theory supports the idea that the moai were walked to their destinations by rocking them from side to side. However, this approach raises questions when applied to the larger moai. For example, would it have been possible to walk Paro, the tallest moai erected at an impressive 10 meters high and weighing a whopping 82 tons? Or what about the heaviest moai, tipping the scales at a staggering 86 tons? These questions remain unanswered, adding to the enigma of Easter Island. While we may never know the exact method used, the transportation of the moai remains one of history's most intriguing puzzles. And it's this enduring mystery that continues to draw scholars and tourists alike to this isolated speck of land in the Pacific Ocean, eager to uncover the secrets of the moai and the remarkable civilization that created them. Most of us know the moai as giant stone heads, but did you know they actually have bodies? Yes, you heard it right. The moai aren't just heads. This discovery came to light during the earliest excavations in 1914. However, the public has widely referred to them as Easter Island heads because the most frequently photographed moai were those buried up to their shoulders. This common misconception has overshadowed the true size and magnificence of these stone giants. In 2012, photos of an excavation started to circulate, revealing that the moai were not just heads jutting out of the ground, but full-bodied statues. This discovery was like peeling back layers of mystery, providing a fresh perspective on these ancient marvels. Along with this revelation, it was found that the statues were adorned with intricate carvings or tattoos, a detail that had remained hidden beneath the Earth's surface for centuries. Now let's talk about the tallest moai ever discovered. This statue, unearthed from 1955 to 1956 by the renowned Norwegian explorer Thor Heyerdahl, stands at a staggering 39 feet. That's taller than a 3-story building. Can you imagine carving, moving, and erecting a statue of this size without modern machinery? It's an incredible testament to the ingenuity and determination of the Rapa Nui people. This revelation of the true size of the moai has only deepened the intrigue surrounding these statues. Their size and weight make the feat of their transportation and erection even more bewildering. How did the Rapa Nui people manage to move these colossal statues across the island, and how did they erect them, aligning them perfectly on their ahu or platforms? The true size of these statues serves to deepen the mystery of how they were transported and erected. Each revelation about the moai of Easter Island brings new questions, further fueling our fascination with this remote and remarkable place. With the mystery of the moai still unsolved, the focus now turns to their preservation. In the year 2008, a Finnish tourist was caught defacing a moai on Anakina Beach, causing a stir among the island's inhabitants. This individual, identified as Marko Kulju, was spotted fleeing the scene with a piece of the statue in his hand. The incident was reported to the local police, who swiftly apprehended him. He was placed under house arrest and fined nearly $17,000, a relatively light punishment considering he was facing up to 7 years in prison. This unfortunate event emphasized the importance of preserving the moai, these magnificent testaments to the ingenuity and perseverance of the Rapa Nui people. The statues stand as silent witnesses to a past civilization's artistic and architectural prowess, and their protection has become a priority for both the island's inhabitants and the international community. Easter Island, despite its remote location, receives a significant number of visitors each year. Prior to the global pandemic, it welcomed approximately 160,000 tourists annually, all arriving on one of the 2 daily flights from mainland Chile. This influx of visitors, while beneficial to the local economy, poses challenges to the preservation of the moai and the island's cultural heritage. In response to these challenges, the Rapa Nui National Park, which covers roughly 40% of the island, has been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1995. This designation acknowledges the cultural and historical significance of the moai and ensures their protection through international cooperation and resources. The islanders, for their part, have become vigilant custodians of their heritage, ensuring that visitors respect the moai and the sacred ground they stand on. They understand that these stone giants are more than just tourist attractions. They are a link to their past, a symbol of their identity, and a legacy to be passed on to future generations. As we strive to unravel the mysteries of the past, we must also work to preserve these testaments to human ingenuity for future generations. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.